iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts.
Playlists and listen live on the free iHeart app. Great show today.
We did.
Yeah.
What was on it? Tell me one thing. Remind me of one
Well,
single
we had
thing.
the wash-up for your full smart versus dart tipping competition.
And lots of people's tipping comps have finished up, obviously. The footy is over. My son is in a fantasy footy tipping comp. The person who lost that had to run a half marathon.
Yeah.
Crike.
Yeah.
Crike. Not even plural, just crike. That's hard.
The tribal drum will beat for that. Also, FML. You know what FML stands for?
Tell me, Brendan.
F my life. And I thought that I left all my holiday jobs to the last day on Monday. I didn't plan to do that, but that's how it worked out. So in between moving a dishwasher, a washing machine and a bed.
And bowels.
I was thinking to myself, FML, I don't want to be doing this at 2:30 on a Monday afternoon. I rang my mate, the Scamp. His FML story, saw mine and raised it and took all the chips home.
Does that make any sense to you? You'll have to listen to hear what all that means. Cooper Lawrence, she's our New York-based entertainment correspondent. She's a giant Swiftie. How are people feeling about the new Taylor Swift album? We'll deep dive on it all.
Also, 10 weeks to go till we wrap up our show for 2025.
That's right, and we're off to the fruited plains of Drive next year.
In the meantime, gets my ghoulies. That means that someone's going to win $20,000. Some great ghoulies coming up in this podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda, my little holiday friend.
Hello, we are back. A lot happened while we were away.
Plenty happened.
Keith and Nicole happened.
Yeah, what about that?
What about that?
Well, we foresaw that. Remember, you kept asking him questions about Nicole.
Asked
and
one
part of me was
question.
saying to stop asking about Nicole. Clearly, he doesn't want to talk about her.
I only asked one question.
You kept doing your, you get into a mode, you're like a cop.
That is not true.
You get peppering with questions.
I asked one question about their love story because that's often
Yeah.
the inspiration for his songs. And often she talks about him, he's often asked about her, but on this press tour he didn't want to.
But that's what women want. Women want the perfect love story because they like the idea of the perfect marriage. Men, not so much.
No, it's not that. It's just
they can read the room.
It's often, look, if I wrote about cars every day
Yep.
and someone said, oh, what about that new car you've got? And I said, how dare you ask me about that car?
Well, what car are you talking about?
Because if the cars were the inspiration for all the music, love is often the inspiration for his music and how she saved him, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You can't pretend this came out of the blue that you get asked questions about your muse. Not your music, your muse.
Yeah. Yeah, but they've been
It's
together
not
for
like-
some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that gets to
But you hear what I'm saying?
I know, but
it
women-
wasn't out of line for me to ask that question.
Women are always obsessed with this. I know as my mother, whenever I go out to a function, she says, is Helen going? And I said, I don't know, probably not. And she goes, she's got this thing that I'm going to run off with a 20-year-old or something like that.
Helen has that or your mum has that?
No, my mum, because she's obsessed with that thing that, you're going to split up at any moment. Women
So
are
how old are
obsessed
you?
with that.
58. She thinks you're running off with a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky.
I would be lucky. I would be lucky. I've done a lot of manifesting for Sydney Spring, as you know.
Oh, stop.
On this very show.
I wish you took offence when I mentioned her. Don't talk about it.
Don't even mention it. But
Anyway,
that happened.
Taylor Swift's new album has dropped and lots of people are kind of critical for a number of reasons. Cooper Lawrence, who's a US correspondent and our US entertainment correspondent, is going to talk us through what the tracks mean and what people are reading into them and why people are thinking some of it's a bit ick.
Good-o.
Yeah.
Also, Instagram makes its return.
Oh, we haven't even talked about the NRL. We've got
yes.
all of that
Yes.
to unpack. We've got so much.
And Instagram makes its return. And we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question one.
Go.
Who's the coach of the Brisbane Broncos?
Why I almost just blurted it out because I love this guy. I think he's so good.
You've forgotten how quizzes work.
He was drinking from Reese's toilet bowl.
Do I need to retrain you on how the Magnificent Seven goes?
No. Jam Nation. Nice to be back. Everything seems to be going okay around the building. The Magnificent Seven is here. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
I'm just saying, we're going to have to get our cups out of the dishwasher. You know, when your first day back, you don't remember where things are?
Well, everything was cactus around here work-wise.
What was happening?
The show wasn't working this morning, the computer system.
The computer? Have the mice disappeared that have churned the wheels?
Is everything okay, Brian?
Yeah, I was just letting them know that a caller dropped off. Please get them back.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Brian, but everything, because he had his face in his hands before, and that's never a good sign.
No, that's not a good sign.
When someone's got their face in their hands.
You know, I wonder if they do training at the NASA Control Centre, at the desk saying, if things are going south, just look forward, look stern, don't put your face in your hands.
Because you don't want a panicky Pete around you. I find that I'm very good if someone was on fire, for example, I'd say, like, not you are on fire every day, no doubt, but you're actually on fire like Nicky Lauda. I'd be calm. I'd say, okay, mate, it doesn't look great, but it's not too bad. You'll be all right.
As opposed to...
Well, oh, my God, you're on fire. You know, because then
wow, you went high.
And people get panicked and you spook them.
I can hear it in your voice.
Do you not see what happens there? You got to be calm. James is in Windsor.
Hello, James.
Good morning.
Good morning. Here's question number 1. Who's the coach of the Broncos?
Is it Michael Maguire?
Michael Maguire.
Great. And what about Adam Reynolds without a beard? He shaved his face and he looks really good. Did you notice
Did
that?
he shave his face against the new American military? They're not going to allow
That's
beards.
right, no beardos.
No beardos. It rules me out. Phew. First it was flat feet and now this.
No beardos. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Yes, Cynthia Erivo are co-stars in which upcoming musical movie, James?
The sequel to... How about we make it this way? The sequel to which movie?
You've got me there. I have zero idea.
John.
Sorry, James.
Is in Picton.
Hello, John.
How are you?
Very well. So we've got Ariana Grande, we've got Cynthia Erivo. They're in the sequel to which musical movie? They're in the original as well.
It's a high school one, isn't it?
No, it's not that one.
No, it's not that one.
It's not High School Musical.
They're still going, that franchise.
I know, 80-year-old high school students.
Zac Efron's now 50.
Yeah, there's Gene Kelly swinging around a lamppost in High School Musical.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Do you realise on this day we have 10 weeks till the end of the year, to the end of our show, before we move to the fruited plains over there in Drive Time Radio. Look, there it is over there.
It does look nice. It does look nice. But you know what? Look how dark it is. Daylight saving has made outside our window very dark this morning.
Who's that over there?
Oh, come on.
No, just look closely. It looks like a bar, and there's beers. Is that like
I'm remaining silent, and you can have this discussion
Mick
yourself.
Malloy and Sam Pang behind a bar?
What are you talking about?
They're just hanging behind the bar, serving up the beers. I'm just saying. This is over there.
What are you talking about?
Have a look.
They're not on my fruited plains.
Well, what's on your fruited plains?
My fruited plains is just the land of milk and honey and us doing a drive show.
Yeah, well, you got to have something other stuff. You need sustenance.
I'll bring the bar. Yes, of course. I'll bring the bar. We don't need other people to run our bar.
Now look at their little faces. You've upset them.
Why do we need them on our fruited plains? 2 other radio people. It makes no sense.
No, they're just a part of the vibe. They're not going to be on the show.
We are our own vibe, Brendan.
Yeah, but they're part of the vibe that I want to bring to the show. Like, I'm coming, you're coming.
Yeah, that's all we need, and our people.
Yeah,
our people like Jason from Oxley Park.
Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, James.
Are you going to join us on the Fruited Plains of the Drive show?
Yes, I will.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Would you like the Magnificent Seven to come with? That's another thing we've got to work out because it's a bit of a relocation sale as well. What stuff do we get rid of?
That would be a good thing.
Really?
I think it'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, we accept that people might be just waking up, which explains a lot.
Yeah.
How do we explain a lack of information and knowledge later in the afternoon?
Right, okay. I like the idea of the Magnificent Seven.
All right, might have to make the questions harder.
Jason, question number 2. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are co-stars in which upcoming musical movie?
That would be Wicked.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good.
Wicked for good.
Let's play the not-so-secret sound.
Duh.
Okay, Jason, what's this sound?
Oh, that would be a fly.
Haven't they all just hatched? I just noticed that
The big
last weekend.
blowfly. What about those things?
The big, stinking... It's like having a zeppelin around that. Vroom, vroom.
But they don't
a
last for
low-flying
long.
blowfly.
How do they go? Like the blowfly doesn't last long. If a housefly lasts 7 days, it's been purported. A blowfly, I reckon, lasts less than that.
But have you seen how many eggs come out of it? Does its job, lays them, gets out.
Little
Question
maggots.
number 4. This is multiple choice for you. Before it was called the Gold Coast, what was that region known as? Was it A, the Sunshine Coast, B, the South Coast, C, the Coral Coast?
Will be B, the South Coast.
It was. It was a hugely popular holiday destination for servicemen returning from World War II.
Right.
By the end of the 40s, real estate speculators and journalists had begun calling the area the Gold Coast.
Well, it was golden. What do they do there now? What's the name of Taylor Swift's new album, Jason?
Nah, pass on that one.
Let's see if Megan in Beecroft knows. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hello. What's the name of Taylor Swift's new album?
The Life of the Showgirl.
That's it.
You know what? Professor James Moriarty is the enemy for which fictional detective?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
Brings you
elementary.
to question 7. Which Australian actress has called... Well, she hasn't called time.
What?
The marriage between who and who has
split
ended?
up?
Who split up?
While we're
the
away.
big split up.
Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
That's right.
That wasn't because Amanda kept peppering Keith questions about the relationship.
I asked him one question, and a lot
was a few.
of journalists around the same time said the same thing: is that normally he talks about that stuff, and this time he didn't want to.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't want to talk about your
No, I
missus.
get it.
It's
I
like
get
when I'm
it.
out and someone says, "Oh, what about that Amanda? What do you think of her?" You know, sometimes
She dreams of a breakup.
Congratulations to you, Megan. It's all coming your way. A family pass to Featherdale Farm. Save 25% off these school holidays at Featherdale Wildlife Pass. $200 to spend at Bay Vista Dessert Bar. World famous desserts at Bay Vista, Parramatta and Brighton Sands. And Jonesy Demetta carriage you tours for you to colour in some standard pencils. Megan, anything you'd like to add to this?
Wow, I had no idea what the prizes were. So that's fantastic.
Unreal.
I've got my daughter sitting next to me who's 11 years old, and she was the one that was telling me what she was very excited.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
I'm
you can take her
pleased.
to Featherdale Wildlife Pass and then feed her up on some waffles at Bay Vista.
Exactly. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Megan.
Carry
Nice
on,
to
Megan.
talk to you.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Damn Nation.
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda.
What we do need is your drag name. Brendover, Hayley Davidson, Kawasaki Me Off. I just read that out without pre-reading it. I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1995, Alanis Morissette released You Ought to Know. An instant hit. 3 Grammy nominations. It won Best Rock Song, Best Female Rock Vocal Performance of the Year. It was released. Last year, Alanis Morissette pulled a busking prank. Don't you love a busking prank?
You've been
Jimmy
doing that.
Fallon.
You set up a piano and get people to come and play it.
And then I go,
To what end?
There is no end. But this is what she did with Jimmy Fallon in New York's City subway. They were both dressed in disguise, and they sang Little Drummer Boy to see if anyone would notice them.
Shall I play for you?
What a prank.
Me and my drum.
Oh, so Jimmy's on the kid, is he?
Me and my drum.
Thank you very much, everybody.
He was posing as Johnny Cash by the sound of it. They did grab some audience, but people just going, oh, yeah, that's fair enough. Until, of course, the reveal.
Oh.
My name is Jimmy Fallon. And this is Alanis Morissette right here.
Giveaway?
I want you.
I mean, I must say, you'd think performing in the New York subway, singing about 3 wise men and a virgin, isn't it ironic? What a giveaway. But here it is, the song that was released on this day in 1995.
Get it on, Brian.
Jam Nation.
We had 2 grand finals since we last spoke to you all.
Yeah. Yeah, what about that?
What about that? I was in Brisbane for the Broncos grand final. And
that would have been nice.
Actually, it was fun. I was in a pub with my brother and sister-in-law, and it was fun to be somewhere where it mattered, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If it can't be your team, it's nice to care about something.
Well, it's been 19 years since the Bronx won a grand final.
And
they've
what a
certainly
great
come close.
game. It was so close. It was just
good.
fantastic.
Reece
game.
Walsh is the man of the moment. I've done a flip on Reece Walsh. I used to sort of say, Reece Walsh, what good is he? And then
wow, what good is he?
I've done a bit of research.
He was an incredible
I just
player
like the
on the
relationship he has with his daughter. He's only a young man. He's only 23. That's the other thing that you factor in. But he's a very gifted football player.
Yeah, and
he was a pleasure to watch.
He was, and he won the Churchill Medal. Here he is after.
Bronx, all of our fans, everybody that turned out tonight, everybody appreciate yous. Madge, coaching staff, we love yous all. Plumber out.
The plumber out, he did the drinking from the toilet.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's lent right into it.
Yeah, so this, if you don't know, started when he did a social media post of saying that this is the key to my muscle regrowth when I'm training. I drink out of the toilet. And his team was saying, this conversation is strange. And the team said, look, this is just a joke, et cetera, et cetera. He'd bought a new house and the toilet hadn't been plumbed in, et cetera. You trust your plumbers? I don't know. But he's run with it, apparently.
And also his name is Reece.
Yeah, but
and there's a plumbing empire called Reece.
One Broncos fan apparently appeared to bring a fake toilet seat to the ground.
Right, okay.
Walsh was seen parading the toilet around the football pitch, hoisting it above his head. And as the party commenced in the dressing rooms, he shared a snap of himself drinking beer out of a toilet-shaped mug. So he has lent into this
there's
thing.
a lot of merch. You can have a Reece toilet duck.
Yeah. Yes, it's a mascot.
It could be a lot of things.
A lot of things. They're thinking about that. Shall we look at what happened with Smart versus Dart?
Sure. What are the stats there?
As you know, this year, for me to pick the winners versus what the experts were predicting, I was throwing darts at you holding balloons with the teams' names on them. It came to the end of the season and it was very, very close.
Just get to the stats.
All right.
Who won?
Smart. They were 15. I was 14.
So the Smart won.
But wait, aren't you flabbergasted that me throwing random darts at you, moving balloons all over the place, was so close? It just goes to show. Look how close it was with no skill in the game at all.
It just goes to show that won't be coming to the fruited plains when we go to drive next year.
Shame, I was getting good at the end.
What about Snoop Dogg at the AFL Grand Final? Let's do a comparo. We had Teddy Swims at the NRL, Snoop Dogg at the AFL. He was great. I'm not normally a Snoop Dogg guy, but I appreciate him. He's same age as me. He's a grandpa, and he wears a tracksuit.
I appreciate it, but it didn't fire me up. It did have Super Bowl vibes, which is what people liked.
Yeah.
But it didn't connect to anything.
No, when they got Jessica Mauboy, that was great.
I just feel the music doesn't kick you in the heart in the way that Teddy Swims, I thought, was amazing. That was very grunty. Here he's doing TNT. Dressed like Fred Flintstone, weirdly.
Yeah.
You know what I think they should do for the NRL Grand Final? Every visiting singer should be made to sing Simply the Best.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how Andrew Denton did that where every single person sang Stairway to Heaven who was a guest on the show? I think every act has to sing that. AFL has its up there, Kazali. Simply the Best should be sung by every visiting performer.
That's good.
What do you think?
Well, we've come a long way since Billy Idol. Remember Billy Idol?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, this is just sphincter tightening.
Come on. Here's Billy.
Just wait for some power.
Nothing happened.
I love this bit.
Okay, so Billy Idol not having the best of nights on Grand Final.
That's not Billy's fault.
No. So Billy came out in a hovercraft, woo, and then went off in a hovercraft having done nothing in between.
I heard that the hovercraft severed the leads to the power.
Oh.
That's what I heard. Someone was saying that
That's too good to be true.
I'm leaning into that like Reece Walsh leans into drinking out of a toilet.
It's a funny old code, isn't it?
True.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. I don't even know why this is a pub test.
No,
it's a hard no from me.
Well, it's interesting. We're talking about a trend where Gen Z, which is in their mid-20s, we all know that Gen Z, if you've ever sat around a Gen Zer, or maybe you're one of them, that you can look at a screen in your hand. You can look at a screen on television. You can also look at a laptop at the same time, and you take it all in and you function on all levels doing all that at once.
Yep.
There's a trend now, a sneaky office act that Gen Zers are apparently doing in the office, which is watching television shows or movies or just streaming something while they're working in the office. People like you, Brendan, would say that's outrageous. But if you're getting your work done at the same time and you're capable of doing all that, I know it takes your focus away, but there's lots of people who can focus while they do this. What about the person every office has a goof-off person, maybe one or two, comes around, who wants a cake? I'm going out for a cigarette. Who wants a muffin? Blah, blah, blah.
That's you.
If you get your work done, no one's saying that they shouldn't be doing that. People are working from home, getting their work done and doing other things. If you're sitting at your desk and multitasking, as it were, is it as bad as you first thought it was?
Well, you're not getting the work done anyway.
But you are. These people are saying they're doing the work.
Really? Are they? Are they? If they've done all their work...
If you've done all your work...
If you've done all your work, then fine.
But they're doing the work at the same time. They're saying they are.
No.
How do you know?
Well, because it just...
Your brain doesn't work. Your brain doesn't work that way. But I can do Wordle while the ads are on.
This is about you.
No, but I wouldn't watch a movie.
Yeah, sure.
But lots of people can do all those things at once. But if you're sitting at a desk and you're getting your admin done, whatever it is, and at the same time you're, watching the latest something that's just been downloaded.
Yeah, right. You're watching Tulsa King as you're guiding a plane landing into Sydney at the air traffic control tower.
I think we can be reasonable about the kind of jobs that people are doing with this.
Okay, so
if you're not being stupid about it, and you're not doing if you're not doing brain surgery, say, "Oh, stop it! Hang on, the new Sex and the City's just dropped." I think let's be sensible. Do you think it's okay if the work is being done, you're multitasking, and you're not Mrs. Goof-Off getting the cakes? Is it okay?
I think it's a hard no from me.
Watching shows while working. Does this pass the pub test?
Nah.
Jam Nation.
Oh, my God.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Kale was just meant to be a decoration.
I don't know where you heard that fun fact on this very show when I told you that.
When did you say that?
You don't listen to a word I say.
It's nice to be back. The last time I saw you were at the barracks at Manly. We'd just seen Furnace and the Fundamentals, and we'd been placed in the chill-out zone after the show.
We were in the chill-out zone waiting for it to catch an Uber out of there, babes. But it was, I think, the best musical night I think I've ever had.
Was I right or was I right or was I right?
This is the annoying part. You're taking credit for
because I discovered these guys. They've
been famous around the world for a long time.
What happened was, at the start of this year, Daryl Braithwaite pulled a hammy, couldn't perform at the Australia Day concert, and they got Furnace as a standby. I've never seen a band bring so much joy to people. I don't want to play any grabs from their show because it doesn't do them justice. You just got to go and see them because you guys were a bit like,
No,
and then we got there.
Oh, here we go.
But then we got there. Did you see the joy?
We were all excited to go. So don't make this about that you're the only person who's ever liked Furnace and the Fundamentals.
No, I'm just saying I like sharing joy. I'm like, when you get a box of favourites and you hand them out.
Yeah, normally you give me the Turkish Delight, which I don't like. But it was just amazing. It is a hilarious, brilliant show. They play every song you've ever heard, but with such joy, morphing one incredible song into another in the craziest way. And then for It's Raining Men, out come the giant inflatable blow-up male dolls. They just get... And then I just remember my favourite scene was watching them sing Bohemian Rhapsody and someone's just holding up a giant blow-up doll in front of us. It's so funny.
And at the end of the night, as we're sitting in the chill-out zone and that lady with a walker comes walking past, galunk, galunk, and she's got a blow-up doll on the walker.
If you get a chance to see them, they are the best band ever. They really are.
Do yourself
a favour. Thank you for introducing them to the world.
That's okay. It's like I introduced you to this minstrel some years ago.
Yes, I remember.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down at the Jonesy and Amanda Ramps today for the pub test, watching shows while you're working. Does it pass the pub test?
It sounds outrageous, but let's have a look at what's going on here. This is a Gen Z thing. Gen Z's in their mid-20s. These people at this age can watch 18 screens at once quite coherently, and I know that it's fractured concentration.
Are you sure about that?
Well, it's fractured conversation. The research shows that you a little bit less at everything, but this is how the modern world is working. And so if you're at work and you're doing your work at the same time and getting the work done, for you and I, Brendan, it would be stopping down and watching whatever you want to watch. But if this can be done at the same time as your work, how is this different? And this is what they're saying that Gen Zers are doing. How is this different to someone who spends an hour going for a smoke break or a coffee break or whatever? How you use your time if the work gets done.
What about when you see the traffic controllers and they're on the phone while they're doing the traffic controlling? Shouldn't they be watching if the mother and the baby are coming through so they don't get run over by a roller?
Not every job would be conducive to
But you
this.
see the traffic controllers.
But if you're working from home, you'd be doing this, maybe. But if you get the work done, if you're in the office and there's always someone who's going to be the goof-off person at work, I'm collecting for someone's birthday, I'm spending half a day doing it. What if you get the work done, does it matter how it happens?
It's a hard no from me.
All right, watching shows while you're working, does it pass the pub test?
I was originally going to say no to the pub test, but when I was thinking about it, we listen to the radio at work. Why not? If they're going to get the work done, let them watch the TV. There's no difference. Oh, this is just chatter in the background.
It's a definite hard no for me. The reason being is how can you actually be doing your work properly, i.e. if you're an accountant, and be watching the TV? You could be getting the figures wrong, so it's a definite no, no, no.
Look, I don't have a problem with people watching TV at work, I suppose, as long as they get their work done. TV show isn't really harmful. I mean, it's not like they're watching porn.
Okay.
I was on an international flight last year.
Yes.
And the person in the seat
You were watching
in the
porn.
row in front of me was watching something that I thought, well, that's interesting.
What
It
were
wasn't
they-
full-on porn, but
Yeah.
I thought if there was a kid in my seat, how does that work?
Is this why your head was forced between the two seats?
Yeah, like when you see a Labrador in a car. What's happening in the front seat here?
What are we watching? Thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation.
Gold. Hello, it's Jonesy and Amanda. So over the week, I've had the week off and my wife said to me, in these holidays, you can do what you want, go and drink beer and hang with your mates, which is great, but you just have to do 3 jobs.
What were they?
You've got to put in this dishwasher, you've got to pull apart this bed and move that, and you've got to get the kids that washing machine and put it in their place.
And
that's all you gotta do.
normally, would you think easy jobs?
Easy peasy. Got all the equipment to do it. I just needed someone else to lift it around. And she said, but don't leave it till Monday, the last day. So, and I got this, and I said, oh, this is last Friday, that when we've come back after Furnace of the Fundamentals, I said, I've got all week. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Should we run a book on when you left it till?
yesterday.
Yeah, of course you did.
2:00 in the afternoon.
Of course you did.
Washing machine.
All 3 things.
Dishwasher.
All
bed.
3 things?
And I'm just thinking, oh, why am I doing this? FML, F my life. And then I thought I hadn't spoken to the scamp, my mate Scotty, for a while. So I thought I'll ring him up and see what he's doing.
You were still delaying.
Yeah, FML. Anyway, I ring him and I talk to Mrs. Scamp because he's not talking. And I said, what's going on? His son, who's 23, had bought a car a week before, was down in Crookwell. The car has broken down. So, Dad, my car's broken down.
How far is Crookwell from here?
It's about 4 or 5 hours away. 4 hours, it's like some dirt track. Anyway, you know the scamp. He's very capable, so he's got car trailers and everything. Rightio. So I'll go and get the car trailer and I'll go down to Crookwell to pick it up. In the
A
meantime,
4-hour drive.
yeah, so it's going to be an 8-hour return trip.
Oh, yesterday.
And the scamp's in his backyard. He's got a Corona beer and he's got his little cooker. He's smoking some meat or whatever he does.
He's expecting to have a cruisy afternoon.
And then he's cranking up a trailer and not happy. And you know how he's got that temple vein on his head?
yeah.
I used to say to his kids, with that vein, if it explodes, it's going to kill him. You know that. So anyway, they're driving down to Crookwell. They get 20 minutes from Crookwell. Meantime, Scamp Jr. has gone on a Facebook group about the Nissan Patrol, whatever, and apparently it blows a fuse at some stage, you know, for the transmission. Why don't you change the fuse? Changes the fuse, the car works. 20 minutes out.
No.
So the Scamp's temple vein.
No.
And so they had to turn around and come back. And so the last text I got, Mrs. Scamp, We decided not to go away this weekend, but now we're stuck in holiday traffic coming back on a Sunday afternoon.
Made your jobs look easy.
I was kissed on the old fella, I thought.
Was that job number 4? Or was that the reward for finishing the job?
But that's a story for parents everywhere. If you thought that your life was dreadful, that is the worst.
Oh, that's tough.
FML.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Is it a play with Brendan Jones?
Brendan, what have you done?
And Amanda Keller.
Have we got delay on in case Amanda swears?
Bad Amanda.
It's nice to be back. A week is a long time off in this business. What about Keith and Nicole splitting up?
Keith and Nicole splitting up. You know, there's nothing we can add to that story. No one knows what goes on within a marriage.
As a portent of that, and it was almost a year to the day when Keith was on our show.
No, it was this year, wasn't it?
No, it was last year, September of last year.
Was it?
Keith was on our show and you were peppering questions about Nicole. And
I wasn't peppering him with questions.
There was peppering.
I was just, she has been his muse for many years. Many of his songs are written about her, but he did not want to talk about her.
I know, but I could sense there was troubles. Can
I ask you, speaking of your amazing love story with Nicole, you met at G'day Australia. Is that what it was called?
G'day LA.
G'day LA.
Yeah.
If you hadn't both been there that day, would your paths somewhere have inevitably crossed, or maybe this incredible
probably.
life story wouldn't have happened?
No, I think it would.
Yeah? Are you a believer in fate, or do you think as two Australians it would have happened?
No idea.
I just often think that if you weren't at that event, maybe you don't have the same friendship group, it may never have happened.
Well,
never know.
You never know.
It's fate. It's the universe.
Anyway, moving on.
You'd think so. You'd like to think so.
Yeah. And you can hear me. I'm just going, okay.
Well, but, you didn't help.
What do you mean didn't help?
He got awkward and uncomfortable. I hate hearing that back.
Yeah.
But I wasn't the only person during that press tour who he kind of got uncomfortable with when they asked about Nicole, here and overseas. So you realise now, obviously, things were challenging for them. But,
sure.
There's no point speculating what went on because we just don't know.
We don't know. And we wish the best for both of them because we love them both.
Absolutely.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Gold 101.7. Hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. Taylor Swift's new album has dropped and everyone's going crazy.
As you said, 65.5 million views on Spotify. It's only been out for a couple of days. The haters are going to hate, as we know, and people are looking for all the diss tracks or the information that's secreted in the songs.
Okay.
But the songs that we love and the songs we don't love so much, we thought we'd cross to our entertainment reporter stateside, Cooper Lawrence, who's a Swiftie herself. Hi, Cooper.
Hi, good morning. Yes, big time. Good afternoon. I don't know what time it is there. I know what time it is here in New York.
It's morning time here. And I think,
great.
So too early for the word secrete, I'll tell you that.
Okay, thank
Sorry
you.
about that. So give us an overview, Cooper, of the album and what people are saying in general.
It's funny because the Swifties, of course, love it. They've been waiting for this. The hype has been going on for so long. But it's interesting all the hate that Taylor Swift is getting. And I need to make a statement about it because as a Swiftie myself, it kind of bothers me because the concept, first of all, Taylor Swift is more than just her music. The concept of being a Swiftie means you're part of a community. You have all these kids all over the country who, they don't have a lot of friends or they feel lonely or they just feel out of place. She has given them a community. So that's really important. And then you're talking about a woman who is one of the most charitable celebrities, of all time. We had this huge hurricane here, 2 in a row, Helene and then Milton. She gave $10 million to those people. Then we had the LA fires. She gave $10 million to those people. And she's been very generous with everyone who works around her. She pays them well. She gives them great health insurance and every year gives them life-changing bonuses. So she's more than just her music. She's really set out this community of positivity. So, okay, if you hate her, maybe you don't like her music, and just say that, because she's not somebody to be hated. She's somebody who's actually kind of aspirational.
Well, I've no beef with her. I don't see why people don't like her.
But when it comes to the music, there is some, and I'm just repeating what I've seen written, is people are saying that the music, and maybe it's now that she's in love, it doesn't have the big, isn't as catchy.
She hasn't got the scorn.
There's still some diss tracks and things like that, but the music isn't as satisfying, maybe.
Right. I think a lot of her fans were kind of hoping, and I have to say, we have to take Travis Kelce off all marketing from here on in, because he was the one that said, there's going to be lots of bangers. So we were expecting like Shake It Off 2 or something that was really like a dance track. And her music, it's a great album, but it's definitely not, I wouldn't characterize these songs as bangers necessarily, but they're fun songs, and it's her same honest, open, people don't like the song Would, because that song is very personal. It seems very uncomfortable for people because it seems to be about something very personal about Travis Kelce, a certain body part.
Well, here's some of the lyrics. It says, "Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He addictmatized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs."
Well, oh my God, let's have a listen to some Wood. Did you say Redwood tree?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to know that about him, do you?
Well, that's the thing too, is that talk about opening her thighs, etc. Her young fans might find this sort of the sexual nature new.
I think that's one of the big issues, Amanda. That's exactly it, because she has always been very, all ages, friendly for everybody. And this is a very racy song. It's provocative. It's something that is really not on her brand. So I think, the moms who are saying to their kids, like the 30-something-year-old Swifties who are saying to their 5-year-olds, hey, let's listen to, whoops, not this song. Let's not listen to this song, kiddo. Like, skip this one.
Because I look at her, I don't see her as a sexual thing. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that's the other issue. That's the exact other issue, is that people don't look. She's never been a Christina Aguilera. She's never come out hot, like, look at my body. She's always been very here's a sweet love song about heartbreak. So for her to be so provocative all of a sudden just feels really off-brand. And I think there are people that are very put off by that.
And what about some of the diss songs? Isn't there one that's about Charlie XCX?
So this one's really interesting. I don't know if you know this whole story behind it, but in a nutshell, Charlie XCX basically drew first blood. She went after Taylor Swift first because she is now married to, but at the time she was dating the drummer of the 1975, while Taylor Swift was dating Matt Healy, the lead singer, for 5 minutes. And for some reason, every time Taylor Swift went backstage, Charlie XCX was put off by her and said really negative things about her to other people that got back to Taylor because it's Taylor Swift. And then she wrote a diss song about Taylor Swift saying really negative things about her, saying that she's happy that Matt Healy ghosted her. So this was Taylor Swift's response to that, because Taylor took her on her tour with her. She was trying to help her. She was trying to empower Charlie XCX. And the very first thing Charlie XCX did during an interview was say, it was like I was sitting there waving to 5-year-olds. You were on tour with Taylor Swift. It's an all ages show. Maybe don't bite the hand.
Yeah.
So I think it came across very yeesh.
Yeah.
And that's another track from the album. What's your favourite track from the album?
It's Yeesh.
Yeesh and Secrete.
No, it's The Life of a Showgirl. I don't know why that's not the first single. For me, that is the most interesting song. It's the most earwormy. When I heard the album for the first time, that's a song that I kept singing over in my head. What about you guys?
Well, I like for Showgirl. This is it here. I heard it and I instantly.
The more you play, the more that you pay.
It is earwormy, isn't it? I love it too.
She just does that well. I kind of like that. That was for me.
Right.
I'm starting to make my little bracelet and...
Yeah, you need a bracelet. You need several of them. But the other thing people like is Opalite, because that's a very romantic song. She explained it herself on an interview recently that song is basically a love song for for Travis Kelce, and it's really personal.
Oh,
so
is it mushy? Let's have a listen.
It's mushy.
You know what? Travis has got to do something wrong, and then she can get a bit of the anger. He forgets bin night one night, and then she goes, "You didn't take out the bins."
After they get married, yeah.
This is what happens. Or you didn't look after the kids. Cooper, it's always great to talk to you. Thank you for bringing the New York sounds as well. You've got dogs, you've got sirens in the background.
Chaos here, yeah.
Of course it is. Cooper, Lawrence, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Cooper.
Look after yourself.
Jam Nation.
Moving into the ground right now.
Who wants some free
free money.
Instant.
Coin. Cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Shake it off. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, boom, $1,000.
You can make it $2,000, and this happens a lot by answering one bonus question, but there's the risk it's double or nothing.
Elizabeth is in Redfern.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi there, good morning.
Good morning. Well, let's see what we can do. 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass, because we usually have time to come back, all right?
All righty.
Elizabeth, here we go. Here comes question number 1. What season are we in?
Spring.
Question 2. What's 5 times 5?
25.
Question 3. Cumin, anise and bay leaf are all what?
Alcohol.
Oh, no. Spices.
Oh!
Cumin, or do you say cumin? I say cumin. Anise and bay leaf. Nice girl's name.
I thought you said Bailey's.
Of course.
Oh, what a giveaway, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, Elizabeth, I'm sorry.
Wow. Elizabeth.
No problem.
Oh,
You
thank
started
for
off very
playing.
well.
I did, didn't I? Oh, man.
Oh, plops.
Carry on about your business, Elizabeth. You have a good remainder of the week.
I will. You too.
Thank you.
No, cumin or cumin.
I say cumin.
Depends what the circumstances is, eh?
Sorry.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
podcast.
I find it quite extraordinary that we decided that I would let the universe decide the footy tips versus what the experts thought this year. And I decided this by half of it being blindfolded, not always, but throwing a dart at you and you're moving balloons around with the team's colours on them. I was only 1 point behind the experts. So by throwing random darts, I was only 1 off the
Sure.
experts. Don't you find that extraordinary?
I find it extraordinary that you can actually throw a dart. Do you have any arm strength? Really?
A lot of them did hit you in the head. You were wearing protective clothing. But I find that extraordinary. But at this time of year, a lot of the footy tipping footy tipping competitions are finishing.
They're all wrapped up.
My son was in one, a fantasy footy tipping comp.
Oh, okay. Do they have to do some stupid bet at the end of it?
The loser, and it just happened this week, had to run a half marathon.
So when will Jack be running this marathon?
No. It was one of Liam's friends.
This is Liam's?
One of Liam's friends are up in Newcastle, and he went up for the weekend. And so they said he didn't have to take part in an official half marathon, but they made a track. They set out a track that he had to follow to run a half marathon. The rest of them sat and had a big picnic and had party while he, the loser, had to run a half marathon.
Well, do you remember we had that young fella Kieran on the show and he'd lost in his footy, what is it, that
fantasy footy tipping.
Fantasy footy tipping. He had to go and do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And remember he, like...
Was there a joke about lesbians
There
or
was a
something?
lesbian joke in there.
So I live down the road down at Green Hills Beach, and I actually have these neighbours and they're lesbian. And they gave me a Rolex for my birthday, which I appreciated a lot. But I think they misunderstood when I said I wanted to watch.
Brilliant.
Pretty good. That kid's now Jerry Seinfeld.
Pretty good. So let's talk about your footy tipping competition. What did the loser have to do? Tales of the footy tipping comp. Let's do it. Universe is about to predict who will win the grand final. The Melbourne Storm, as predicted by Nostradamus.
Okay.
Didn't pick it after all.
No, it didn't. You just did it for that pun.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating Tales of the tipping competition.
Universe is about to predict who will win the grand final. The Melbourne Storm, as predicted by Nostradamus. Wouldn't have picked it. In fact, didn't. Luckily for us, there was nothing on the line with this. No, because...
Sorry, me standing there having darts thrown at me.
No, meaning the winner, like the fact is I still was only 1 point behind experts and I'm just throwing darts. But a lot of people...
I'm standing there while you're throwing darts at me.
But it wasn't like if you...
And I didn't even lose.
It's not... But you know what I'm saying? Some tipping comps... If you lose, you have to do something. My son was part of a fantasy footy tipping comp. The loser had to run a half marathon. Horrendous. Young Kieran, who we knew, had to do 5 minutes of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Danny has joined us.
Hi, Danny.
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad. How did your tipping comp work?
Well, I'm part of the Speedway tipping competition. And Unfortunately, my Sharks didn't get there, but that's okay. But the booby prize for us is that you have to run around one of the speedway tracks up here naked.
Oh
goodness.
no.
A speedway track's a big track too.
400 metres, yes.
Oh,
Is that all? I thought they were a bit longer than that.
that's still long. That's the Kathy Freeman.
Yeah, it's 400
track.
metres, yeah.
Doing it in the nutty. Have you ever had to do it?
No, thank goodness. I'm only just joined the competition this year, but I'm hope to goodness I'm not the one who has to do it.
And it's a dirt track.
Oh,
and the other
yeah.
thing is there's the big clumps there.
Clay. Yes.
Clay.
Is that his name?
There's big clumps of clay. Have you ever walked around a speedway track?
Oh, Dunny Derby. Terrible. Danny, that's a tough one. Thank you.
We look forward to you doing it next year. Jess has joined us.
Hi, Jess. How does it work in your club, your tipping comp?
Well, it's not mine. It was my husband's, and he had a little bit of a poison dart situation, really. He goes for the Roosters, and he's quite an avid supporter of the Roosters. And they all had to declare which was their the club that they thought was going to win, and the people who didn't win had to then buy membership to the team that they least liked for the following year. So now my husband will be going to every single Rabbitohs game next year.
Oh, and that's such a fierce fight between those two.
Well.
Oh, yuck.
Well. Sitting next to Albo in your matching Souths jersey and teeth.
Oh, no.
Actually, that's what'll give them away, those choppers. Hey, where are you from, mate?
You don't belong here.
Those teeth are too good.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Their brief adult lives are over.
It's like a married at first sight contestant. That's what they do. You know what I just realised? We have 10 weeks to go. We've been doing this breakfast radio show for 20 years.
Yeah.
We have 10 weeks to the end. We're not leaving. We're not getting the boot, but we are going to the promised land, the fruited plains. As I like to see
the
over
afternoon.
there. Yeah.
We'll be on air from 3 to 6 in the evening or the afternoon. We love you all. Well, we insist. In fact, we're going to drag you all kicking and screaming to join us.
Well, we're building a new show and we're taking stuff with us. You're coming.
Yeah, let's just end it at that. Are you? Let me just check my paperwork.
There's no paperwork
mate.
there.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. You're not on the list here.
Hey, look over there.
What is it? Who are you seeing? What's happening?
You know what? Look at it.
It does look like an amazing dream life.
Is that Scotty Cam? And he's cooking some giant roast on a spit?
No, I think you're off your face.
And over there, I can't believe she's here.
Who?
Come on, look. You seen those jeans? They're good jeans. Sydney Sweeney, why is she here?
Why is she here? Brendan, have you been hit on the head? All that's happening, let's not overstate this.
This is going to be the greatest radio show ever.
It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. And it won't just be your big fantasy hall passes, you and Scott Cam and Sydney Sweeney.
And a spit roast.
Hell's bells. Look, you leave that smutty talk behind at breakfast.
It's smutty. You made it smutty. Well, no, but in Drive we can do all that.
No, we can't, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want any schoolboy humour. I don't want to have to whack you around the back of the legs with a ruler every day like I do now.
We'll just be boring.
Please.
Boring.
Do it.
But we're going to make the most of this 10 weeks. I'm going to make this the greatest radio I've
Are you going
ever
to get
done
us
in my life.
cancelled?
I hope so.
Let's make it that we're going to finish in 1 week.
You know what I'd like to hear about?
Tell me.
Because I know that while I was goofing off during my holidays, just drinking beer and hanging out with my mates, you were doing work. You are filming the next instalment of The Piano. It's been renewed.
We are indeed.
I want to get some of the goss about it, though. Just a bit of the intel, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation
Podcast.
While I was goofing off on my holidays, you were working, filming the next instalment of The Piano. It's been renewed.
The Piano is one of those shows that not even people who always would watch the ABC have loved that show. It's really moved people, and I'm thrilled to say, yes, we are back for another season.
Is there a lot of big sob stories in it this time? I like the sob stories.
Oh,
but,
listen to you. What I loved about the show was that it was emotional without being sad all the time. It wasn't tragedy. The stories are often move you to tears because of their beauty and because of the music and the notion that music, as we know, working on radio, music connects us all.
I think
some of the stories are just beautiful, and they will be again for this second
cat's
series.
out of the bag, though, as far as the piano, where the piano goes now, because people know what it's about. Before it was just you standing next to a piano and people just thought that you'd fallen on bad times and was a busker.
You know what's interesting?
Who's poorly chosen an instrument, like a piano.
To busk.
Yeah,
the harmonica was too easy.
You've got to wheel it around everywhere.
What's interesting is that the piano is the star this time around. You put the piano in the middle of somewhere public and the people go, oh, is this that show? And the minute someone steps up to play it, people applaud from the beginning. It's a very different energy this time around.
How are you being revered? People loving you?
Revered, question mark?
Are they...
Well, I am on camera all day because I have to remember that when I go to the loo and I'm mic'd up, that I don't just film with the people who are coming out to play the piano. I'm filmed all day interacting with people who've come to the passers-by who are watching the piano.
Tell me about the Maddies. How many Maddies?
Well, I've come back to work today to see one.
Okay, you're very diplomatic. But I'm talking about the
incident.
The wet
I know you are.
Incident.
So that happened last time where I thought, I'll come up and talk to these girls over here. And I said, can I have a twisty? And reached into the bag of twisties. And it was too late to not be gracious when they said yes, but the bag of twisties inside was all wet. And so I ate, I don't know what I was eating.
So what's your wet twisty this time?
Well, just...
Has it been one?
A few days ago, this man in the crowd came up and said, your shirt's tucked in. I said, excuse me, this is a French tuck. You know the French tuck?
Yeah.
Where half is tucked in at the front and half isn't? I'm surrounded by production people who look at my every move, who wipe every bead of sweat from my face, blah, blah, blah. They wouldn't just let me walk with my undies hanging out. It's a very deliberate look. Are your shirts all tucked in?
Is it like that time at the airport where you tucked your skirt into your undies?
That was unfortunate. There's nothing French about that.
French tuck, or words that rhyme with that.
It's rhyming slang.
Well, I look forward to seeing
It's going to be beautiful. Already the stories we've filmed already are just wonderful. And they're not all sob stories as you know.
Well, okay. The ABC just goes a little bit too sobby on it. Let's have, 2 sobs and then some laughs.
You said you enjoyed the series.
I loved it.
And there are laughs.
Yes, of course. You're the star of the show.
But I'm not the laughs.
You and your French tuck. It'll be hosting its own show with Merrick Watts.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
As we said, it's only, less than 10 weeks before we give away $20,000 thanks to Marcel Stocks and Gravies.
What ghoulies do we have today?
What gets my ghoulies? I was at a very nice harbourfront restaurant on the weekend for a special occasion. You walk up the stairs, you can see the harbour. Immediately to the left, while you're waiting to take a seat, the gentlemen's bathrooms. And that was when the smell hit me. Crikey, it was like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse had burst out of this gentleman's anus.
Cripes. Cripes.
That kind of escalated.
Hell.
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is when I'm at a concert or a special event and I go to take a photo or a video and it comes up with that dreaded message, storage full. I quickly try and delete anything I possibly can to capture the moment, and of course, I miss the moment.
Yeah, sorry, family. Got to watch Jimmy Barnes up there.
Yeah, I know. Delete
Barnes
those
is rocking
Christmas
out.
photos.
They're gone. Sorry, late grandparents.
I want to film an influencer I've seen down at the Opera House.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you could always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. Record your ghoulie and you could win $20,000 in 10 weeks' time. It is 7 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a Harbourview long lunch for 2. Get out on the harbour this spring with Captain Cook Cruises.
You get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel as well. How cool is that?
Every day we play Instagram where you have a chance to win $1,000 and maybe double it to win $2,000. Elizabeth from Redfern had the chance today. It does seem there was only one thing on her mind. Cumin, anise and bay leaf are all what?
Alcohol.
Oh, no. Spices.
Oh, you said Baileys.
Of course.
It was a long weekend.
It can happen.
It can happen.
Matter of fact, I got it now.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
We will be back again tomorrow. Wednesday's show. What does that mean?
TikTok
Wednesday?
Tucker.
TikTok.
Long weekend has thrown us.
Will that be
we have
coming
to have our stomach pumps tomorrow.
Will TikTok Tucker be coming to the Fruited Plains next year?
I think so. And people are driving home or going about their afternoon
There's
business.
you dressed up like a Fraulein and you're making me Schweinhaxen with giant jugs of beer.
Well, have I got time for the op?
To get some giant jugs. Look, be serious. Higo has arrived. He's coming up. Cash or check in. Win 20K or a once-in-a-lifetime holiday with Jimmy Barnes in Bali. Higo has all the deets after 9.
We're back for Jam Nation. We'll see you at 6 p.m.
Indeed. Good day.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.